And guys, this just has to be the most unique Funko Pop I've ever seen. What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here, and welcome to the Geek Lounge. If you've been watching recently or you follow us over on Instagram, you would have seen I've mentioned a few times that the Professor and I spent way too much money on Black Friday. In fact, there is a photo of just some of the things we've picked up. That's not even everything. We've still got parcels arriving, pre-orders for things not even coming out till next year. And so I thought it was about time to crack into some of these parcels. So I guess it's like part one of who knows however many parts it's going to be of our Black Friday pulls. So guys, do make sure you are subscribed and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of those videos coming over the next week or so. And to start off with, well, you saw him there in the picture. We have the 10-inch child from the Mandalorian. There he is, guys. That is very, very cool. I don't know if the span of this figure is that the widest span of a figure. I know there's the Cthulhu that I picked up recently with his kind of wings out. I'll have to kind of measure the span, or at least let's say the span of a 10-inch figure. Maybe some of those 18 inches are certainly wider. But this is, of course, Baby Yoda slash the child slash Grogu, as we now know him, is of course mentioned the child on the box. I guess this, I think this did come out right before we knew his name was Grogu. It's just really a basic mold of the child, just in 10-inch format, which to be fair most of these 10 inches are. The head kind of really wobbles on this one, I guess, because it is so wide with the ears. Like I said, regular outfit there going on at the back, that kind of neck piece, collar, whatever you want to call it, I guess, to keep him warm. Swinging back round there to the front, he's kind of a bit of a smile on his face, the rosy red cheeks, or pink cheeks maybe, not quite red. The kind of ears there. Don't really see anything too much on the head, not really any hair, but I don't think we've seen that anyway on any of the regular size Grogu's. But yeah, it's just very, very cool. The only thing is, like I said, it's so wide that that's going to be quite hard to display, but very, very cool nonetheless. And I picked it up for a really good price. I've been sitting on it for a very long time, and I think it was like £20 in the sale, so can't really go wrong with that for a 10-inch. And next up, guys, I picked up another two figures to add to my My Hero Academia collection, and that was Hitoshi Shinso and Mayo Yaoyorozu. I should actually mention these, I think, this whole box actually was from Magic Madhouse. Be sure to check them out. They get a ton of exclusives in the UK. Their most recent one from the Festival of Fun, the Emerald City Comic Con exclusive, Sexy Ned Flanders. I'll give you guys a quick spin, but I won't go into great detail on them really, because I want to do a My Hero Academia video at some point next year where I'm looking at most of the figures. I say most because I'm not really sure I will get them all. There are a couple of grails included in this set already, but there we have it. Momo, Yaoyorozu and Hitoshi Shinso. I think the Shinso figure may have even been exclusive to Magic Madhouse. These figures, you don't really actually see them in stock on very many other stores, but they're kind of in stock aplenty on Magic Madhouse, so if you're looking for either of these figures, be sure to check them out. Sticking with anime, guys, I picked up 3 figures from an anime I have only recently started watching, even though it's been around for a long time. They've recently released a movie back in October, another movie coming in 2022, and I don't really know when season 5's coming, but I am, of course, talking about Sword Art Online. I picked up Kirito, Asuna, and Leafa. Those are kind of like the common variants. There is, of course, the OG Kirito. I think there was also an OG Kirito with 2 swords. The OG Asuna, very much vaulted, are those 3 figures. That kind of sounded a little bit like Yoda, or how Yoda may say it. There is then those 2 recently released exclusives of Asuna and Kirito as well, kind of like in a jumping battle pose. I think Asuna was exclusive to Box Lunch, at least in the US. I'm not sure here in the UK. I've actually ordered it from Pop in a Box. I don't think it has arrived just yet. It could be in the pile of everything that I've got there that you saw in the picture earlier. The Kirito, I'm not too sure who that's with. I know it was an FYE exclusive in the US. And like with those 2 My Hero Academia figures, guys, I'll give you a quick spin of these 3, but I also want to do a Sword Art Online video at some point next year. I am going to try and get this full collection, but there are tons of figures, or I should say characters, that they can do figures of from Sword Art Online. And just, so many variants. We've got so many Kiritos and Asunas, but there are other really cool looking characters that they can do. But like I said, I'm going to be doing a video on that in the future, some point next year, so stick around for that. if you are a fan of Sword Art Online. Next up, guys, I picked up something for my horror collection because I was kind of going through everything and I realised I actually didn't have a Chucky figure, so I picked up this Chucky from Child's Play 2. And just to show you guys the back of the box there, which is the scene from the movie, but let's now take a closer look at the figure. And there he is, guys. The first thing I'm noticing, actually, the hair is maybe not as long as the picture there on the back, at least from what I remember from the movie as well, but very, very cool, very, very menacing. I remember as a kid, I was, absolutely scared to death of Chucky, but, since I've become an adult, you kind of see there's a bit of humour in there as well as we kind of go around. Like I said, I don't think the hair is as long as it maybe is in the movie, or kind of bushy. It looks a little bit more tidy on the figure than it really should be. Not too much else going on there. You've got a bit of nice detail there on that's kind of like the jeans have been rolled up a bit. Some colour there on his kind of t-shirt or jumper or whatever it really is underneath the denim overalls, but the big detail there is in the front as he is snipping the Jack in the Box, the kind of head or the spring off there. You guys can see there's the wind up thing there as well. And yeah, this is actually not really kind of supported, but I think it's kind of really just hanging from his hands there on the scissors. I love how the Jack in the Box looks very, very worried. Is it alive as well? I honestly can't remember. I haven't seen the movie for so long. I'll have to go back and watch it. But yeah, very cool. Like I said, I didn't have a Chucky figure, so happy to add one to my horror collection. I guess this is still sticking with horror a little bit because this was a pretty scary movie back in the day. I'm talking about the classic Alien movie, and this is the blue metallic Xenomorph speciality series, which celebrated the 40th anniversary of Alien. This is such a weird looking figure. I actually must say I haven't seen any of the Alien pops out of box. I have got the 6-inch Queen. I might have another Xenomorph somewhere as well, but this thing is just evil looking, menacing. It kind of looks like a human skull there, kind of in the back bit of the head. The teeth there. As I said, this is like a blue sort of metallic version. There was only one Xenomorph really in the original Alien movie, so it's not like this is something from the movie. I guess it's really just a kind of special variant that was done, but it's just a really cool kind of paint scheme. And yeah, I honestly can't really get over just how weird and different this figure looks. Not your normal Funko Pop at all. Like I said, a big skull. I suppose it is a big skull technically, isn't it? But almost looks like brains in there. Very unique. I love how the tail curls around. It is a bit fragile there, so if you have this figure and have it out of the box, do be careful with that because it looks like it can break. It does obviously come with a base because it is quite kind of thin-legged, but yeah, that's just very, very cool. Very evil looking, menacing. I know I use that word menacing quite a lot, but man, that's just very, very cool. And now on to a lighter note, guys, and a Disney pop. I picked up the Genie with lamp, which glows in the dark. And this figure is really cool. I was a big fan of Aladdin back in the day. I actually haven't seen the movie with Will Smith. I will need to get round to watching it, but this is the Genie that was played by the late, great Robin Williams. It's just such a really cool figure. I had to get it. I kind of collect Disney figures, I guess randomly, if that's the right word. I don't really look at sets. I kind of look for the individual figures, really. As we kind of go around there, the Genie's got the cuffs, the earring there. You kind of see the what do you really call that hairstyle? It's kind of like almost like just a ponytail coming out at the top. We've got the swirling there behind where he's coming out of the lamp as we swing back round. Another earring, but really good detail there in the front. The big smile, the beard, you got the lamp there, and as I said, the kind of swirlingness as he's coming out, and it's kind of like the hey, how you doing, pal? I can't really do a Robin Williams impression there, but yeah, really cool figure. And this does also glow in the dark. Just charge the Genie up there, guys. I must say, it does look to me, I don't know if you can tell it on camera there, it looks to me like it's maybe just going to be the face from what I can see in terms of the paint, but let's have a look. Yeah, well, actually, no, it's a bit of body. Hold on. Let me just, maybe I need to get some more on that. It looked to me like it was just going to be the face. Maybe we need to charge this a little bit longer. I mean, it's still more the face. Looks like a little bit of the body, or maybe that's just the glow there from the face. I mean, that actually looks really bloody scary there in the dark. I wish it was kind of a bit more of the body
Maybe the paint job needs to go a bit further down, but it's still a pretty cool glow nonetheless.
And next up, guys, we have one that I know was definitely exclusive to Magic Madhouse here in the UK, and that is the Mimic Pop from Dungeons and Dragons with that D20 sticker on there as well, because the D20 dice is also included. In fact, let's give it a roll.
I'm guessing that's not good.
And guys, this just has to be the most unique Funko Pop I've ever seen. I mean, look at that. Mimic, it's like a thing that kind of mimics stuff, you know, like in games you go to a chest and you go to open it and suddenly it turns out to be this monster that is a mimic and it's mimicked the chest and it attacks you. And yeah, I mean, this thing just looks so cool. Like I said, I just think it's such a unique pop. It's essentially mimicking the Minsk and Boo Pop from the D&D line as well. It's like the whole box, right? Look, it's kind of torn open. Oh man, it's just such a cool pop. I actually thought from the box it would be bigger than this, but still very cool. Pop Games, Minsk and Boo, number 574. You know, it's even got the things there, as you can see on the back. You kind of got the ridges that would kind of be in there if you were to tear open a pop this way. You know, it's got the other figures there on the back, the Mind Flayer, and as Modius, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't play D&D. I used to play D&D a lot as a youngster, and the professor played it a ton of times, but we haven't really played it now. I guess kind of video games took over for me. But yeah, like I said, this is mimicking the Minsk and Boo pop. Oh, it's just so cool, so unique. 574, there's the Minsk and Boo there on the bottom as well. And yeah, I'm kind of a bit lost for words. This is really such a cool and unique pop. The teeth, the tongue, the eyes. Yeah, I'm just really glad I picked this one up, because I was kind of thinking, shall I get it? Shall I not? It kind of looks a bit cool. And now I've got it out of the box. This is, well, to be honest, this is amazing. This is a pop, in my opinion, you just cannot display out of box. Rather, in box, apologies. You have to display it out of box for sure. Alright, so we start with the Mandalorian, so I guess we'll finish with the Mandalorian with the last two pops, both deluxes. First up, I picked up the Mandalorian on Blurg. And I actually sat on getting this figure for such a long time, just because I kind of saw the price fluctuating a bit, and then it came down to kind of the lowest I'd seen it, £20. So cool. I think, I know it was definitely the first season. Was it even the first episode, second episode, maybe third potentially, but it's when he's trying to learn to ride Blurg. Very, very cool. As you can see, Mando sitting on top there, the head to the side. So it's got a nice kind of design style there, because you've got the Star Wars base, or at least the plaque or logo, whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of got a nice kind of display function there as well. As we kind of spin round, you know, the Blurg, it's got some nice detail on him, the kind of skin or the hide. I don't know, is it skin or hide? I'm actually not really sure what a Blurg is made of. You've got a nice footprint there in the ground. That's a pretty cool little detail. Well, two actually, as we go kind of around there past the tail. But the scales. I think that scales was kind of the word I was looking for. But yeah, I don't really know if any of them is right. I guess technically it's skin, right, at the end of the day. As we kind of come back round, you got the reins there that the Mandalorian is holding. This is, of course, before he's got, I think it's even before he's got any of his Beskar armour, right? Before the helmet or anything. Again, I can't remember. It's been so long since I saw the first season. He's got some dirt there on top of the helmet, which makes sense because he is in Tatooine, right? If he's not in Tatooine, he's definitely in the deserts. Again, I can't remember. It's been so long since I saw the first season. But yeah, this is very, very cool. I'm very happy to get this and add it to the Mando collection. And the other deluxe Mandalorian pop we picked up, guys, was the Mandalorian, I actually have to remember what it's called, the Mandalorian and the Child on Bantha. And this pop is actually pretty damn heavy, guys, but it actually has some amazing detail there. It's not flocked. I actually think that would have been really cool if they had this figure flocked. You've kind of got the bag, the satchel and things there on the side. As we're kind of coming round, we see the face there of the Bantha. Does he really look happy? I don't know. Are Banthas happy? I mean, they've got to carry all this weight around with them all day. He's got the horns there. As we then kind of come around, we start to see, you know, Mando's helmet come in to place, and then look at that, guys. There is the Child Grogu in the bag. Very, very cool. Kind of in terms of the size ratio, that kind of makes or is pretty authentic there. I mean, that's just really, really cool on a Star Wars kind of Tatooine style base. You know, as we kind of go a bit more round again there, bushy tail. That, like I said, would have been really cool if it was flocked. We can see Mando's jetpack there. We won't go around that way too much again. Let's swing back round so we can see more detail there of the child in that bag. Another kind of satchel bag there, of course, thrown over the bantha, the rifle. And as we kind of come back round, we can see the reins there. And I'll give you guys a little bit of a better close-up of the armour. You know, unlike the Blurg, he now kind of has the Beskar armour. You know, a lot more silvery. Could it have been chroming? Maybe I'm asking for far too much here. A flocked and a chrome figure, but I mean, it just would have been cool. But that's not to say this figure isn't cool. It's all sorts of cool. Like I said, very, very heavy. Again, just a lovely display piece. I just, again, I think similar to the Mimic Pop, I just feel this is something that really should be displayed out of box. It just looks so cool. And that is just about going to wrap it up for, like I said, part one of however many parts it's going to take to look at all our Black Friday pulls. We did, of course, have the 10-inch child. I just couldn't fit it up here. I could barely fit any of these into the shot as well. Guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. I hope you did enjoy this video. If so, be sure to give it a like. Drop some comments below. What did you guys like most about what I picked up here? I'm trying to think. I mean, the two deluxes, the child. I mean, this, like I said, one of the most unique pops I've ever seen. I've fallen in love, Sword Art Online. I've fallen in love with My Hero Academia. Too hard for me to pick, so let me know what you guys like most of these figures, and especially what you guys also picked up on Black Friday. And of course, guys, be sure to subscribe and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on the future videos coming with all the Black Friday pulls as well as everything else. Let me make it very easy for you. Hit this button right here to subscribe. It's that easy. Hit it right now. It takes a couple of seconds. Enable your notifications. Guys, thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds.